Our next speaker is another Iraq War veteran. Staff Sergeant Eric Alver served in the Marine Corps for 13 years and was a member of the 3rd Battalion of the 7th Marines. He stepped on a landmine, breaking his right arm and damaging his leg so badly that it needed to be amputated. Sergeant Alver was awarded a Purple Heart, and Sergeant Alver was the first American soldier wounded in the Iraq War. Now he is working with the Human Rights Campaign to speak out against the military's Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy, banning gay, lesbian, and bisexual Americans from serving in the armed forces. Sergeant, thank you very much for your efforts to repeal Don't Ask, Don't Tell.
Thank you for allowing me to be here today. I'm here to show my support to Congressman Meehan's bill to repeal the policy of Don't Ask, Don't Tell. I also want to share with you that I'm an American who fought for his country and for the protection and the rights and freedoms of all American citizens, not just some of them, but all of them. I was the first American wounded when the war started, and who would have ever guessed that the first American wounded was a gay Marine? I served proudly for 13 years in the United States Marine Corps, alongside other people that were gay and lesbian as well. It was a huge sacrifice on my part, one that I took in hand each year that I had to serve another year, and as far as even re-enlisting 2 months before going into Iraq.
Joining us now is Dan Choi. He's a founding member of the Nights Out organization. He's a graduate of West Point, and he's an Iraq combat veteran. Lieutenant Choi, thanks so much for joining us tonight. Now, Dan, I understand that you are an infantry platoon leader with the New York National Guard now. By founding this organization, that means you are violating the don't tell part of Don't Ask, Don't Tell. Are you worried you could lose your job?
That's right. I am an infantry platoon leader in the New York Army National Guard, and by saying 3 words to you today, I am gay, those 3 words are a violation of Title 10 of the U.S. Code. It's a code that's polluted by the people who want us to lie, and basically they want us to lie about our identity, and it's an immoral code, and it goes up against every single thing that we were taught at West Point with our honor code. Basically admitted my identity honestly and openly, and it was a clear message to all the other soldiers that have to lie and hide. It's an issue of morals. It's an issue of American values. It's not an American value to lie. It's not American value to hide, and we certainly shouldn't be forcing those values on our soldiers. The letter that came to me basically said that your honesty about who you are is grounds enough to kick you out. We're in a time of war. You have skills that can be useful for your team. Doesn't matter. I look at it in terms of history. I mean, can you believe that only 60 years ago I wouldn't have been able to serve in my unit because I'm an American who happens to be of Asian descent? And now think about the future generations. They're going to look back at us and say, wow, really? You guys were forcing people to lie in order to serve their country in 2010 because there are patriotic Americans who just happen to be gay.
Ask not what your country can do for you, but ask what you can do for your country. But when we're telling the truth about our love, our country slaps us in the face and orders us don't ask and orders us don't tell. Well, I am telling you that the era and the time for asking is over. I am not asking anymore. I am telling.